around, move around. Now as the feeder, you guys gotta move them around. You gotta move them around, right? You let them set up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set, pop, 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 pop. Then after that, I'm gonna kick, and you just explode. Bam, bam. Right away, you're gonna explode.
I'm Daniel Vanderlei. I've been in martial arts for my whole life, but I've been in jiu-jitsu for 11 years right now. I'm from Brazil, so I started training with the Gutenberg Melo. He's a black belt under Carlson Gracie. Right now, I'm a black belt under him, but I'm second degree under Carlson Gracie Jr.
My name is Sonny Ross, and I'm an instructor here in Counterstrikes. I started doing stick fighting, which is Filipino martial arts called Screama. I think Muay Thai is one of the great foundation of the MMA classes. A lot of the MMA guys, even as a pro, they started to take more Muay Thai classes. A lot of them goes to Thailand to learn a lot of Muay Thai techniques. I like Muay Thai because of the weapons that it uses. Using your knees, your legs, your hands, your elbows, and the ninth being your head.
I fight MMA, jiu-jitsu, professional fight. My professional record is 2-2, and I run the jiu-jitsu and the MMA program in a Counterstrike MMA school.
Spin around him. Because right now he's standing up tall. That's why you have a hard time trying to stand up tall with him. So now what you get is you get a step here. It's the beginning class. I kind of mixed it up a little bit. A lot of cardios. And at the same time, I kind of work in the technique a little bit. Try not to get too serious about it till they get to a certain level. Then it's a different story from there. But not everybody's trying to be a fighter. They just want to be there to stay in shape, or just, you know, because their friends are doing it. And then after that, I think if they move on to something different or something bigger or whatever, I think they could adapt to it a lot easier.
If you see, I'm using my head a little bit outside, but my shoulder protecting my neck.
I fall in love with jiu-jitsu because I just started one class, I tried a class, and that day I never stop, you know. And I train with my students every day, and then I still compete and I still teach, and so this make a big difference because a lot of people just like to teach and they don't compete and they don't train with the students, you know. I like to train with my students. I like to make they beat me up, you know. At that time I can see my work's really working because I can see the progress, you know.
I'm here with Kyle. I'll step here, see if he's fighting me. Step to the side. See? Sometimes if he's holding onto my arm here, that's fine. See? If you got your foot right here behind his foot, it's easy for the move him. See? He's fighting me, and I don't need to.
If you don't have the cardios, you're pretty much done, because I don't care how good you are. If you don't have the cardio, you can't do anything. If someone's driving a fast race car with no gas, you might be fast or good, but without gas, you can't go anywhere. So a lot of country, a lot of cardios.
There you go. See how easier to move them? It's like effortless. It's just.
I feel that separates us from a lot of the other schools is that you'll watch some of our fighters in the cage or in the ring, and you watch some of the guys from other schools or other gyms, and technically our guys are on another level, on another page than some of these other fighters.
Or up to down, like, you know, you gotta go here and you straight, boom, like a bullet, bam.
I already have a couple champions in MMA and a Pan American Jiu-Jitsu tournament champion in my team, so I like to make people be a champion, you know.
Good job, good job. Let's go, John, look for the mount.
I show people my technique, but I can show people how respect, a lot of discipline, you know. So how to be a good friend in the match and outside. You can use jiu-jitsu not only in the match or only when you fight, but you can use it in your life, your personal life too. So I used to be training with Stefan Borner, Miguel Torres. He caught me in my first MMA fight, so he's a good friend of mine. I traveled to California to train with a friend of mine, Fabio Prado. He runs the jiu-jitsu class in the Alpha Male team. It's a lot of good fighters over there. And always I go back and forth to Brazil to try to make me get better, and then I can pass to my students.